Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Justin. If you're new, I talk all things diabetes tech, news, and management. I've got a podcast on Mondays and videos on Fridays. Today's episode's super special. It is a string out of a bunch of video content I've created on the Omnipod insulin pump. It's a tubeless pump. A lot of you on YouTube don't follow me on TikTok and Instagram, so you haven't seen these videos. Some of them are 60 seconds, some of them are 2.5 minutes, and they're all little snippets of my experience using Omnipod, how I like to wear it, just interesting situations like it going off in a movie theater, some fun videos that I've done over the years. And this is also kind of part of a two-parter. So today's episode's the string out of my Omnipod videos from social media. Then there's also going to be one on my Dexcom G7 experience. That's going to come out in a few weeks. And when that does come out, I will put it in the description of this video. But I hope you enjoy it. I hope you see a lot of content that you haven't seen yet. And definitely let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this. I have so much content on my social media that has never really surfaced onto YouTube. And I'm happy to do more videos like this where I can take a bunch of those, the coolest tech that I've seen, different blood sugar displays. I can easily put those together, throw them up on YouTube. Let me know if you want to see more of these. All right, let's get into it. First time putting on Omnipod with my diabetes educator, Mary Rose. Let's go. She's in my ear. What do I do first? Oh. Is that really going on? How do I do that? Okay, like this. I've got insulin. I feel like there's like an air bubble that's just staying there. Air bubbles won't kill you. Good to know. Now I'm gonna fill this where the arrow is. It's priming. It stopped clicking. Is this a good spot? It's like really on there. Does that look good? Oh, it just beeped. Okay, we're taking too long. So I'm gonna go like this. I'm so scared. Here we go. Oh, okay. I did it. Okay, it is time for me to take off my first Omnipod ever and then put on a new one. So let's see how this works. Suspend. No. More actions. Change pod. Confirm. All right, I'm suspending this pod. Pod deactivated. Remove and discard the pod, then press next. Okay. All right, let's see. Oh, it's on there pretty well still. Ow. Okay, ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Not bad. Oh, wow. So this is what was in my skin giving me insulin. Well, let's take a look at this while I have it out. You can pull off this adhesive. So it looks like that's where the insulin goes, and this little pump pushes it in. Very complicated stuff. So cool. I'm definitely gonna take this apart in another video to see what's inside. Stay tuned for my next video, which will be me putting this on. Wish me luck. Time for new Omnipod. This is my second one ever. The first one went right there, so I'm gonna go down here a little bit. You kind of wanna rotate it because you don't want like this buildup of scar tissue. All right, let's see if I can do this without getting too many air bubbles. There's some little air bubbles, but I think that's okay. Oh, I don't think I was supposed to take off that piece yet. It's priming. Remove pod's needle cap. Did that. So I don't think I was supposed to take that piece off. I hope everything's okay. Gotta be easy with that because you don't want it folding over. I'm gonna put it like right here. Do the dry dance. Start. Oh my God, it was fine, it was fine. Oh, it scared me. It happened faster than I thought it would happen. I felt it that time more than last time. Pod is active. Oh my God, that scared me. It is time for an Omnipod update. I am a week in. I've had it on my arm here and here. Now it's here. I'm gonna be rotating it 2 more times. You wanna do that because you don't want a buildup of scar tissue, which could affect your insulin intake. I'm gonna have 5 spots on this side, 5 spots on this side, and rotate them. That way it's 30 days every time I get back to the same spot. This is what the Omnipod looks like. I have one that I just like kept for fun. This is my PDM. This is the older version. There's a new one called the Omnipod Dash. I'm not using that because I'm going to be looping this with my Dexcom, which means that I'm going to create this closed loop system. I'm going to have to create an app that will allow me to control it with my phone and my watch using this thing. This is an Orange Link, put 2 batteries in there, and this will basically become what helps this talk to my phone, and I can control it from there. I'm going to be documenting everything, my experience. Stay tuned. Can't wait. Halloween was yesterday, and I was a diabetic cyborg, which I kind of am every day. Anyway, I had some fun dressing up, and what kind of excited me most is I've already loved acrylic jewels like for my entire life. And so I always have these from Amazon, super inexpensive. But what I did was I outfitted my Omnipod with acrylic jewels. And then in 3 more days, I could put a bunch of new ones on and have a whole different color scheme. And yes, this sweater was made into a crop top for a Betty Who concert. And it's kind of cool that Omnipod you kind of replace every 3 days, so you don't have to commit for that long, but you get to dress it up. These are on Amazon, super inexpensive. Have fun jeweling, but not the smoking kind. Look what I have. An Omnipod that won't stop beeping. It's probably because it disconnected weirdly from my loop. So I'm going to try and break it so it stops because it was making the sound of my garbage. All right, the IKEA toolbox. We got a hammer. Let's go. Let's move it there. All right. Ooh. Oh my God, it stopped. Okay, now I'm just genuinely curious about what's inside. So let's see if I can break it and see what's inside. All right, let's go. Oh, shoot. Okay, that went flying. Okay, we got a dent. Let's see if I can, like, open it apart. Yes, I can. All right, a little bit. Batteries. Okay, now let's use a screwdriver to get in here. Let's see. Come on. Oh, it's a screwdriver. Okay, so this will be a to be continued, but as you can see, I've got some batteries right here, and then there's some sort of cable that's breaking on top. I'm going to do some more work on this, and I will update you with what is inside an Omnipod. I've been holding on to all of my Omnipods thinking that there is some sort of recycling program. There isn't. These are all going in the trash. What a waste. So I guess the one thing I didn't really think about when I got my Omnipod pump was getting in a hot tub. I'm in Palm Springs at my friend's house now. Came here for Coachella, which I'll be posting about and all of my experience there in my next post. But I don't think my insulin pump can go in 100-degree water for any time. Do you have any tips for that? Do you put your pump in the hot tub for 15, 20 minutes? Do you find any issues? From what I've read is that my Fiasp insulin shouldn't be in 98.6 degree weather or higher for an extended period of time. Otherwise it goes bad. So we shall see what happens. I'm probably just not going to go underwater until I kind of figure that out. But yeah. I guess that's one reason MDI could be good. Toby's back to help take off my Omnipod and put on a new one. You ready?
Really?
Let me show them how bedazzled it is.
Just rip it off?
Yeah, just rip it off.
Rip it off?
Okay, let me suspend it because I forgot to.
Where does it squirt?
Replace pod, deactivate pod.
Where is it? Right there?
Yeah. I kind of want to do this part because I don't know if you're going to be able to.
You go ahead.
Do it. Let me show you how it's done.
I'll just be here for moral support.
Thanks. Can't get them all up there, all the air bubbles.
Air bubbles freak me out.
Now, Toby,
Mm-hmm.
what you're gonna do is I'm gonna hold this. You're gonna put this into that hole right there and then push this down slowly. Right there. Push it all the way in.
Oh, yeah.
Now, slowly put it in.
Slowly. Slow. Okay, well you said slowly.
A little faster.
Okay, faster.
That acts as a conduit between my cell phone and the Omnipod and allows me to give myself insulin using my phone.
Look at that.
Priming.
In
the meantime, let's clean the area. So this last spot was here. I'm gonna go like down here.
Where?
I want it to be in this like fatty area down here. Here's alcohol swab. So like all over here.
I learned when I gave myself shots, you start in the center and move out, and then don't go back over it.
And pull that off. Yeah, with a lot of force.
Straight
that
up.
way, toward that way, yeah.
Okay. Really?
Okay, nice. And big, easy. Basically, you don't want it to fold over because then literally I have to start over. It needs to go long ways down my arm. So it's gonna go. See where the last hole is? It needs to go closer, like somewhere like over there.
Like right here?
Like right there, yeah.
Right there?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
What?
Now I'm gonna have you do the next part. I feel like you fold it over a little bit. It's fine though, right? It's okay. I think it'll be okay. Now what I need you to do is you're gonna tap insert cannula.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Thinking. Preparing sight.
Okay, that's fine.
And he still screams.
Okay, thank you. I messed up, y'all. I went to the movies and my pump is beeping. I ran out of insulin early and I didn't realize I only had like 4 units left, and I got popcorn and goodies, and yeah, I'm gonna have to go. But luckily I didn't really like the movie anyway. I was seeing Jurassic Park in the Dolby Cinema, which is amazing. Anyway, I'm gonna go home, replace this pod, or maybe I'll just throw it out and go back to the movie for like an hour. I think I should be fine. We shall see. Yeah, I'm gonna stay and I'm just gonna put my pump, which is beeping. I'm gonna take it off. This is annoying. I'm gonna throw it out in the garbage. All right, back to the movie. Okay, I'm about to go in, but I want you to tell me like the most awkward moment that's happened to you with your pump like beeping like that, because that was like really bad. Everyone could hear it and I was like, ah! But if I press down on it, the sound will go away because the speaker's on the inside. So, right, I'm gonna go back in. All right, so lesson learned. Do not go to a movie when you have like 2 units or 4 units left of your pump. This is where my blood sugar is hovering right now. We're not so bad, but we're gonna go home. Probably gonna ride a bike to get that blood sugar lower and then put on a new pump. Okay, I have a funny date story with my Omnipod pump that's right here right now. So guy comes over, he knows I have diabetes. I've shown him my whole app and my system, and finds it super interesting, which is cool. And anyway, we're out here, I made a charcuterie, we're having some wine, and I go out of the room, I come back in, and I swipe the corner of the wall, and it hits my Omnipod. I'm like, oh my God, I think my pump just fell off, and like, this never happens. And it did. So I was like, do you want to watch me put on a pump? He's like, yeah, sure. So I took him to my bathroom. I showed him my cabinet with all of my like tech. I was like, I'm very organized. Took it out and I took off my shirt and I showed him how to put the pump on. I almost let him do it, and I should have, because I just did it and I normally use a mirror. And I didn't put it on that well on my arm, but I put it on, I showed him how it worked, and it was kind of cool to like take him into this world and just be like, this is what you're getting into if you like me. Anyway, so we go on the date. It's lots of fun. We ride some bikes, we go get some food, and then we get back and we're kind of getting a little like kissy. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, my other Omnipod is like falling off. And he was like, oh really? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, this is why I do this, because I want people to realize like it's totally okay to like this stuff happens and people need to be okay with that. And if they're not, then you're not for me. And anyway, he had to go to the bathroom anyway. I put on the pump, and what I think I realized in this moment is that the only thing that matters is that someone cares about you and accepts you for who you are. And if anyone doesn't accept you for these things that you need to go through with diabetes and pumps falling off, if they don't accept that, then they're not for you. And quite frankly, they're probably a jerk or an idiot. And they're not a good person. These are things that happen, and it was so nice to be on a date with someone who genuinely thought it was interesting and also just like was all for me like doing my thing, and that is so important. Put your health and your love of yourself first, and the people that you deserve will accept you for that. Anyway, that is my TED Talk on dating with Omnipods. Let me know if you have any fun stories in the comments. I'd be interested in hearing it. It is time for an Omnipod site change, and while I take it off, I'm going to explain what an Omnipod is and how it works. So an Omnipod is an insulin pump that I put insulin in to treat and manage my diabetes, my type 1 diabetes. So this is the pump, this is the adhesive, it stays on for 3 days, and then you can see the little tube here. There's even a drop of insulin. Oh shoot, I forgot to deactivate it. And the reason I had to deactivate that quickly was that so it didn't think that it gave me insulin that didn't actually go into my body, because I need the insulin. So anyway, got a new pack. So it's an insulin pump that I use. It gives me insulin throughout the day, which is known as a basal rate insulin. If you use Lantus insulin, that is a basal rate. So it also gives me insulin, which is right here, for any time I eat, but it's not going to just do it. I need to tell it what I'm eating, and how many carbs that is. That's what sucks about having diabetes, because who the heck knows? Obviously, packaging, great, love that exists. Thank you, FDA or USDA. But when it comes to going out to restaurants and going to Burning Man in a few weeks, that's going to prove to be a little difficult. So I put the insulin into the pump by putting it in this little hole. And it's going to give some beeps letting me know that it's full. Lovely. It is all set to be connected to my system. What are the advantages to wearing an insulin pump? Well, you don't have to give yourself shots all freaking day. That's nice. I'm able to control it for me, I use my phone because I use a looping system, but there is this thing with Omnipod 5 now, where you can have a closed loop system. So my Dexcom, which is a CGM, I've talked about it on here, that and this can talk together and help regulate your blood sugars. I've had that for a while now, and now with Omnipod 5, the general public can have it too. So you should definitely check that out if you don't know about it. And now it is time to put this on. What you wanna do is you wanna rotate it around your body. You don't wanna go back to the same site within less than 30 days, because that can build up scar tissue, and then the insulin won't be as effective, yada ding, da da dang. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That means it will be 30 days since I got back to that site. And then when I go trapezing, it really messes things up because there's a harness. Anyway, that's irrelevant. But so I'm gonna put it right here. I cleaned it with alcohol swabs, and I'm gonna put it here. And I gotta say, the 3 days with this thing, I've almost practically never had issues with it staying on. Okay, I hit insert. Ow! Okay, I started recording too late, but it went inside. You can kind of see in this little thing, you can't, but there's a little cannula inside that is delivering insulin. So that is Omnipod. Let me know if you have questions in the comments. Oh, this happened. Time to take it off. It's time for a pump change, and I've got my friend Jenna in town.
Hey!
So Jenna also has diabetes. She was a really guiding force during my diagnosis. Jenna, can you tell them about what tech you're using?
Sure. I use the MiniMed 670G pump and a Dexcom. So currently I'm not on a looping system like our friend is, but just doing things a bit more the old-fashioned way until it's time for your girl to get an upgrade.
And so how do you feel about the MiniMed?
I've used MiniMed my whole life. I was diagnosed when I was 3 years old, so I've never broken the system. Honestly, when I go in for my upgrade next summer, this is going to be my first time ever trying out different pumps, and I'm really looking forward to it.
You were on the MiniMed sensor for a while.
I was on Dexcom for a short stint previously, and it just didn't work I was really young and was nervous about the beeping in my working environment and blah, 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 stuff that you shouldn't care about, and I eventually got over. So I ended up going back to MiniMed for a little bit. I really just don't love the aesthetic of those sensors.
Can you show us? The sensor. Got it.
Of the MiniMed sensors. I don't love that tape has to go over it, and for me, I have issues with adhesive, so it was something that I was continuously having to change and then ripping out the sensors and such. So Dexcom and all of the resources available for Dexcom products have been really helpful for me.
Do you have any questions about Omnipod while I'm
just curious to watch you do it. From loading in the insulin. How many units of insulin does the Omnipod?
It holds up to 200 and as little as 100.
Okay. You don't receive boluses by like units of insulin. Like I calculate how many units of insulin I have to give
I
myself.
do receive in units, but I use an app. I plug in the carbs and then it decides how many units of insulin I should have based off of where my levels are and where they're going.
Okay.
It's priming right now.
Oh, interesting. You can hear it clicking. Do you have an injector to get the Omnipod in you, or do you just have to shove it in?
I just adhere it, and then I'll have you press the button.
Great.
Okay, so I'm just going to peel this off. Boop.
So it's like Dexcom, where you stick it to you first, and then...
You want to press it?
What? This is nuts. You just insert it from the device?
Yeah. Go for it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Can you feel it go in?
Yeah, I will. Okay. 5, 1. There it is.
Oh!
And there it is. And it's in. And it kind of stung, but now it's fine.
I don't love the countdown element.
All right. Thank you, Jenna.
No problem.
Clayton's going to put Omnipod on me. Yes. He doesn't know what he's doing. He already failed opening it up. And twist it on. Right. You're going to stick this into it, and then you're going to blow it into it. Put that needle into that little hole, and then inject it. You're doing a great job. And I like to, cover this up to be safe.
Needle.
Why don't you tell them who you are?
Hey guys.
How do I know you?
My name is Clayton. I've known Justin since maybe 2014. We were roommates in LA together. We had a third roommate, and they kind of started dating someone and pieced out on us. And then that left a lot of time for us to get to know each other. And we have just developed the best brotherly bond alive, and I love her. So it's cool that I get to participate in this. It's important. It's important.
Grasp it well, okay? Because you're gonna flick this off.
Am I breaking it?
No, yeah, you're breaking it. Okay, amazing. We're gonna put this right here, and I kind of like to angle it downward a little bit with my. So what do you call this?
Abdominis.
Yes.
How does it feel like having someone else do this for you?
It's it's cool to show you the process, right there.
So now
Do the honors.
Insert cannula. Ready? 3, 2, go. Just kidding. 3, 2.
No, it doesn't happen instantly. You'll see. 5, 6. And I went in. Not really.
No.
Especially when I do that.
It sounds very powerful.
Yeah, I am very powerful. Oh,
The click, yeah.
Okay, cool. My pump just died in a 7-Eleven with my dad, and I'm gonna change out my insulin pump. I went to a movie, and I was super low on insulin. There's my Omnipod. I do this all the time. I just am last minute, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough insulin to cover me for all my snacks. And luckily I did, but now I don't have enough insulin. It ran out. And I have to make a train in 11 minutes. So we're doing great here, aren't we? So I just saw Black Panther 2. Not my favorite MCU movie, but it was good. I love the Rihanna song. Put the insulin inside the pump. We are priming. We'll put this on, and I'm about to have a juice. That's why I gave myself insulin. And I was like, oh my God. I ran out as I was giving myself insulin for the juice. Here comes my dad. Hi. Ooh, thank you. Where's the juice? All right, 1 second. I need to put on my pump.
Oh, I thought you did it.
No, I'm doing it now.
Where's the pump?
Say hi.
Hey, Justin.
Okay. This is a lot.
I get a free coffee now. They never told me this. Ow!
Ow.
I felt it over here.
Yeah, you felt that? Okay, let's go get my train. Thank you, Dad.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. And we made it with 30 seconds to spare. Last night I noticed that my Omnipod was kind of coming off on the side. It kind of came off the adhesive strip. And so what I do to make sure that I'm still getting insulin is, 1, I go to smell it to see if I smell insulin. Odds are if you smell really strong insulin smell, the insulin's probably not going in your body. The second thing I do is I make sure that my blood sugar levels are either curving or going down over probably an hour of time. Obviously this is based on the insulin in my system, but if there's not that much insulin on board and I'm still going down or my blood sugar is staying steady, that means it is working and I'm good to hold on to it. This one has another full 12 hours on it, and I'm going to switch it out, but I think I'll be able to hold on to it. So Yay. I want to tell you about my pump site rotation and the importance of moving it around your body. So it's super important to be moving your pump all around your body and not going back to the same site for at least 30 days because it could create scar tissue, which then makes it more difficult for insulin to be as effective in that location. I do 1, 2, 3 in the back. I do 1, 2, 3 in the back. And then I do 2 on the arm, like 1 here, 1 here. And sometimes I'll flip the Omnipod to like have the needle go in up here or the tube or go down here. Same on this arm. So altogether I have 10 sites, meaning it will take 30 days for me to return back to a site. Now, rotating your site change is mostly important for insulin pumps. For CGMs, it really doesn't matter because it's such a fine strain that is going into your body that it doesn't create scar tissue. I want to hear from you kind of like where your favorite site areas are and be sure that you are rotating, people. Okay, so we are at trapeze and I can't wear my pump with the harness, so I'm gonna have to do a site change. Okay, so I took it off, got it priming. I'd say this is probably one of the more annoying things with wearing a pump, or at least Omnipod, is because it's part of my rotation to have it like all around my body here. And currently I have my Dexcom here and I can't go here anyway. I have to use this arm and I have the Freestyle Libre here, which I'm testing out. You can learn more on my other videos, but I think what I'll do is I'll put this kind of higher up to keep it away from this. But I have to make sure it's kind of on well because I can't have it falling off during trapeze. So let's see how this goes. Put it right up there. You know, I'm gonna be moving my arms a lot, but I think if I angle it the right way, it'll be just fine. I actually have one more pump just in case it doesn't go well. Okay, I think we'll be okay like that. Okay, it went in, looking good, got my harness back on, and we're gonna go trapeze. No big deal, rushing to the club and ripping my pump off. Let's change it out. It happens. At least it happened just now. Yes, we're still home. I just took off my pump. That is the amount of color I've gotten in what, 2 days? We've been here 3 days. Priming the insulin pump right now. Lots of fun going on over there. We've got Cody over here kind of asking me questions because I don't think this is the first time you've seen
No, so my biggest question was, I was like, does this poke you, and how does it work?
It has mechanics in here that are going to basically use a needle to go and put a tube that is thick enough to put insulin into my body. Maybe I'll put it like right kind of here. The thing is, we're gonna be going out dancing probably, and I don't love putting it on my side when I do that because when you're dancing, people kind of will hit by you, right? So I'm gonna kind of put it up here. It's a weird spot. I don't think I've ever kind of put it this high up before. It's kind of weird, but okay.
And a prick?
And there's going to be a needle that goes in. And look through this little compartment area. You're going to see a tube go through. Ready? All right, it's clicking. Get ready. Oh, do you see it? Did you see it happen?
Yeah.
It happened. All right,
Wow.
No,
It doesn't hurt.
I didn't feel
right
it.
in there.
Yeah. All right, let's go have fun. So I'll put the Omnipod on either side of my arm. Sometimes I use like birthmarks on my arm to remember exactly where I cleaned. Okay, that's the beauty mark. The pump doesn't turn on until that moment. At least that's what I think. I'm not a doctor or an engineer. There we go. And there's some insulin that leaked out, and that's totally normal. There are going to be 6 clicks, I think, or 5 clicks. Oh no, I forget, we'll count. There are some spots that I just have never gotten to, and I'm curious to kind of hear what your experience has been because maybe I should try those areas too.
Justin, where are we today?
We're at Insulet headquarters in Acton, Massachusetts to learn about Omnipod.
What kind of questions are you going to be asking them?
I'm going to ask them about what we can expect from the iPhone app that should be coming, what new features could be coming with Omnipod 5, and like what the future of insulin pumps looks like.
What are your sugars right now?
My sugars are 215 and steady and hopefully dropping soon.
Hey, Jeff.
Oh, hey, what's up?
How do you stay connected to your diabetes tech when you're swimming in the pool?
Oh, yeah, let me tell you. So I wear both a CGM and an insulin pump right here. Let me get off of this. And what I do to stay connected is I always have like a towel on the side, and I put my phone in here to keep it dry. You can also put a PDM in there, and if you're really afraid, you can get like an iPhone case that's waterproof. Have it over there. These devices work over Bluetooth, and when you're underwater, it's really difficult for them to connect to your devices. So I try hard to come up out of water every once in a while so I can reconnect to the device, and I get CGM readings, and my pump knows what to do. Now, if I'm on the other side of the pool, I also have my Apple Watch on, and I get alerts sent to this if I have a high or low blood sugar. That way I can go treat my blood sugar if I need to. Ultimately, I go swimming wherever I want in the pool, but I'll swim over to this area every once in a while, reconnect, get those readings sent to my phone, get the insulin I need, and then I'll go on swimming again. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments again if you want to see more stuff like this. That Dexcom G7 one's going to be coming out soon. As always, subscribe to this channel if you aren't already. That way you can see my videos, I guess, when they pop up. And click that bell for alerts. That way you know as soon as they drop. And I've got episodes coming on Fridays that are like this, my long form. I'm trying to do every other week now to make more quality videos. And then my podcast is every Monday on here, but also on all podcast platforms. So if you want to listen to it on your way to work, you can go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, Amazon, whatever you want. As always, I'm Justin, and I'll tech you later.